Friends, it is me. I know it's been a while since I've recorded some content. It's been a lot going on in my world. I'm sharing my personal space, so unfortunately, I probably won't be as consistent as I once was with trying to get content out, just because, again, it's a lot going on in my world. So please bear with me. I'm gonna try to be flexible and get out what I can as often as I can, as consistently and as frequently as I can. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is B. Welcome. Hopefully you love it around these parts. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Um, Tomorrow is Friday, aka Venus Day. I'm anticipating having a busy day. I don't really know exactly how set in stone that is, so I wanted to get this out today. It is Thursday, February. February? What? Y'all, am I tired or are y'all tired? May 15th. I'm sorry. So this is going to be for May 15th, 2025. This reading is timeless. Okay. Again, I'm getting this out today because this is like the little bit of a long time that I have to get some content done, and then tomorrow I'm anticipating to be busy. Okay. I'm open for personal readings. Check down below in the description box. Everything else you need to know about me or how to find me on other platforms is down below in the description box. If you want a tip or anything else like that, can be found down below in the description box. Okay. So let's kind of just go ahead on in. I don't really have like a blueprint, a guide to how I want to do this. I'm kind of just winging it. Okay, so we just gonna see what it's given. All right. So let's kind of jump in. I do want to start with some like channel messages. I don't know why that's what I want to start with, but that's what I want to start with today. Okay, if the messages don't apply, let it fly. I'm not really calling signs. If I do, and again it resonates for you, great. If it doesn't, then just keep rolling. Just take the messages that resonate. If this doesn't resonate, cool. Hopefully you find something that gives you some sort of guidance or clarity or confirmation or anything. And if not, then just keep watching and enjoy the vibes, I guess. You can just watch for entertainment. It doesn't have to necessarily be for an intention or for a reason. Okay. What do we have for Venus Day for May 16th, 2025? May 16th, 2025. What is the collective energy of what's happening right now? Conflicts is here, separation and breakup. So this is already kind of giving a vibe and the energy of, for some of you, definitely, you either thinking about somebody that you maybe had a fight with and broke up, or they're thinking about you, or this could just be a recent energy. Again, take it for how it resonates, apply it for the way it resonates. Conflict and separation and breakup. Okay, please keep your distances on this card. I feel like that's kind of being highlighted to me right now at this time. So this actually could be somebody you want to stay away from, you person watching. To an extent, it's kind of giving like, okay, I want you to stay over there and I'm gonna be over here, and let's just keep our distance from each other. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely already giving the energy of somebody who maybe you've had a fight with. Unfinished business, there is someone else confused and stressed out, and the grow card is here. Unfinished business, there is someone else confused and stressed out. Grow. I'm already telling you now, this already, for one, feels like somebody you might be broken up with or in separation with, person watching. Okay. But this is also kind of giving, and I want to start with what's really coming to me right now. There is somebody else next to this confused and stressed out card is giving me whoever you might have separated from might be really stressed out or worried about the fact that you might be dealing with someone else. This feels very, in person watching it, this ain't you. This might be like, again, a flipped energy. This is already kind of giving me a little bit of like, if y'all broke up with somebody, if y'all separated from somebody, person watch it. If you feel like, okay, I had to separate from him, them, she, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, I had to kind of keep some distance because all we do is fight, or because there's always conflicts, there's always bickering going on. You might be the one who actually wants to stay separated with this please keep your distance card, versus the energy over here with these four cards give, I don't want to keep my distance. I actually feel like there are things like I'm hearing things left unsaid, but unfinished business is giving there's things left unsaid, there's things left undone, there is unfinished business. So this already feels like when it comes to love and romance, this feels like somebody who, even if you feel like you done with the relationship, they feel like they not done. That's pretty self-explanatory. um unfinished business, there is someone else confused and stressed out. I feel like they're really also kind of emphasizing the fact that you might be talking to someone else or dealing with someone else. Um, y'all know I like to make these a little interpersonal. I feel like I also resonate with this. I just had an epiphany the other day that, like, even for my divine counterpart, over 50%, over 75%, I'm really kind of done with the relationship. I don't trust the nigga. I don't believe that he'd ever really like get his life together or grow and change, you know what I'm saying, the way he needs to be the man he needs to be, to be in the relationship he needs to be, to care about me the way I need him to. But I also can definitely energetically pick up the fact that, like, he kind of be a little pressed about the fact that I'm dealing with other people. Uh Especially because there is one particular person that, like, is on my mind and it's not him. So I can kind of, even I can kind of feel him telepathically picking up the energy. Like, I remember at one point, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I kept getting like heart flutters, and I actually had to tell my divine team, like, hey, cut that shit, stop. I don't want to keep feeling this. It got to a point, it was so bad, it got to a point I was like worried, like, damn, do I need to go to the hospital? And I'm not in pain or anything. It just be like little heart flutters. But I always can pick that up when it's my counterpart. So this kind of feels similar, like where you might be a little more done with a situation, somebody, something. This don't even have to just be romantic. This could be friends. This could be family. And it's like, child, I'm done. I done moved on. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Shifted my focus to other people who actually care about me, actually show up for me, actually are genuine friends, actually are real people who feel like family. You don't even got to be real family, right? So this feels like that's more of your energy. It feels more cut, dry, clean. It feels more, I want to keep my distance. I have a guard up, stay over there, and I'm gonna stay over here. From y'all and from the person that's on your mind that you are watching in reference for, it feels like unfinished business. It feels like I'm stressed out because I think that there's someone else, or because I know that there's someone else, right? Look at how this person in the back is just watching them laid up. He all in the doorway and shit. He just watching. And baby, and they real laid up too. Look, she smiling and giggling and cheesing and shit. She all touching all on his face and shit. And somebody else is in the doorway kind of watching. So this is intuitively giving me that someone, again, might be watching you. Y'all might work together. Y'all might actually have to share a physical space, might have mutual friends. Or this could be someone who's watching you via social media. I'm also getting a lot of this stress energy too with this grow card. It feels like it's rooted in someone who also, like, they might be really stressed and confused on what to do because you are entertaining other people or someone, another person in particular, like specifically. But this also kind of feels like being stressed and confused about how to grow, or how to prove that there's growth, or just how to get growth going, right? Like, even looking in this growth card intuitively, there's a growth, but it's in this palm of the hand, right? So this also kind of feels to me like, how do I show person watching, prove to them that I've grown? How do I prove it to them? How do I show it to them, right? Because again, this is giving me the energy of, you planted the seed, it started sprouting and growing, but then you plucked it out of the ground and now you're showing it. If this is meant to grow, you need to keep it in the soil, right? Why is it in your hand? You just scooped it up out the dirt and put it in your hand, and now you showing everybody, like, look, see, I've grown. See, look at this sprout of this plant. Told you I had a green thumb. So it's kind of intuitively giving, like, we're being stressed out because person watching is dealing with other people or is with someone else and wants to stay separated or is keeping their distance from me, but it's also feeling like, how do I come back and prove to them and show them, like, see, told you I've grown. You see this growth, even though it's still not much. So we'll see in the rest of the energy. Because, see, this ain't no whole flower. This ain't no whole tree. This isn't a whole plant. It's barely just sprouted. And you plucked it out of the motherfucking ground to prove, to show to me that it's growing. So make sure you keep your mind and your eyes on that person watching. This feels like someone who wants to prove to you they've grown, prove to you they're back, prove to you that, like, they are capable of growing, of changing, of blossoming and sprouting. But how much have they grown? I feel like that's something to make sure you keep your eye on. Is this just a little sprout like here, or is this real growth and it's really backed by something? So just be mindful of that. I'm trying to see what else I want to use. What other decks I want to use? Okay, I want to clarify some of these cards too. So let's use this deck to clarify some. Hmm, Let's see. All these cramps is killing me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My gosh. Okay. Give me some clarification cards on this grow card. Give me what is this grow energy? Clarify this grow card for love and romance. The collective sudden wealth. Yeah. So this feels like someone who wants to show you that they've come into something. Right? For some of you, this could be like financially. You know what I'm saying? Bottom of the deck, again, poverty, sudden wealth. So this feels like someone who might, for some of you, want to show you that they've grown financially. Where it's like, okay, when I was with person watching, maybe I didn't have all of the money. Maybe we was fighting because I didn't really have the funds for real, right? You know how that go, especially for my cis women who deal with men. You know what I'm saying? Like men can be some of the nicest people. But they can be so fucking mean when they feel like their money or whatever is like taking a hit. When they feel like their money is taking a hit. When they feel like this or that, or when they just feel like their money ain't where they want it to be, they can be some really ugly people, right? So maybe y'all was fighting and had to break up because of that. But then see, person watching you moved on, and it's like this could be someone who wants to show you, like, hey, like my money has grown, or the business is growing, or you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't hit the jackpot, but again, it's kind of giving making sure that it really is that. Why is my? I thought I heard my phone swing off, but I didn't hear it. I don't know what I heard a few seconds ago. Anyway, give me another card for this bro card. If this isn't coming into like money, like monetary gain, material gain, finances, points, okay, this sudden wealth card also makes me feel like this is someone who feels like now they have something to offer, especially in love readings. A lot of the times with some of these cards, when I get wealth and stability and financial stuff, sometimes it kind of also can read as I have something to offer, right? So for some of you, this could be financial. For others of you, this could just be grown into sudden wealth, or again, aka meaning I have something to offer, I have something to bring to the table, I have something to give to this connection now. Yeah, wealthy man. For some of you, yeah. For some of you, this person is trying to show you they've grown. If especially again, if this isn't necessarily money related, this makes me feel like this also could be somebody who's trying to impress you with money. With the concern card down at the bottom of the deck. Like I be I've seen some posts on, like, I think it was Instagram, where it was like you break up with a guy or you leave a guy and then he go to the gym as if his body was the problem. And it's like, bro, you don't need to go to the gym, you need to go to therapy. Your body wasn't the problem. It's not that you're ugly or fat or not attractive. The issue is you don't know how to treat people. You're emotionally manipulative. You're emotionally unavailable, or you have abandonment issues. Like it's kind of like stuff like that. Like this is what it's giving me too, where you might have left somebody, and then to show you that they've grown and that they've changed, they might be wanting to like show you they've grown via money. And that could not even be the issue. Like to them, the concern, right, would be the finances of it all. Maybe to some of them, that is the issue, right? For some of them, maybe the issue isn't even love. And maybe they're growing and they want to prove to you they've grown or whatever, but like they don't have no money. Maybe you just up. I saw that post the other day too, and I just chuckled at it, where it's like, something about being something about a breakup, and it's like, shit, she broke, I'm up. Right? He broke, I'm up. That's it. I ain't no, I ain't get broke up with at all. They broke and I'm up. Like it kind of feels like that too. So maybe you are a little more financially well off or a little more stable. And it's like there's something here with somebody wanting to prove something to you, but it feels more like trying to show you they've grown through their money, like through their status, sudden wealth and wealthy man. And this could even be someone who might have come into a little bit of a coin, but that don't. mean nothing if that's not the root of the problem. Give me what this conflict card is over here with my collective. This is some interesting energy. Give me this conflict card. What are the conflicts? What was the root of the problem? What was the root of the issue that caused the breakup over here with this conflict and separation card? Message reversed. Yeah, so this is less about wealth, I feel like. This feels less about wealth. The message card is reversed. Great fortune. So I feel like the root of the issue doesn't even like the root of the issue doesn't even feel like yeah. And bottom of the deck card, we have family room and we have house. I feel like the root of the issue isn't even finances. The root of the issue feels something a little more like about communication. The message card is reversed. And this is about receiving a message. This is about a message coming in to you. So, person watching, the root of the issue could be because you just weren't getting what you needed. Maybe they weren't communicating to you. Maybe the communication was cool, but maybe they wanted to pick and choose what they wanted to communicate about. The passion card is down at the bottom of the deck. So maybe they wanted to have sex and instead of actually talking about love and heart and heartache and what makes you motherfucking happy. Like this feels like somebody who again wanted to maybe have sex and have a lot of lighthearted conversation, but when it came down to really having the conversations that really needed to be had, when it came down to actually opening up emotionally, when it came down to actually like having heart to heart conversation, the things that really bring great fortune to a relationship, they didn't deliver it. And it was just conflict. It's like imagine trying to talk to a motherfucker about how you feel, I guess, and I don't know. This shit always turn into an argument. Or maybe the conflict and the issue and animosity is that there is no communication. So it's like you've separated yourself, person watching, but then the person that's still thinking about you feels like this is very interesting. It's almost as if person watching you walked away because there was something you weren't getting on the communication factor. The message reversed. This message card is about receiving a message. There was something you was wanting to receive, a message, some communication is something you was waiting to receive, wanted to receive, was trying to receive, and you weren't getting it. So you separated yourself and you moved on. But this person, instead of understanding what the real root of the issue is, this feels like someone who wants to come back and show you that they've made a lot of money. And again, the issue of being broke was never like no one called you broke. You just weren't giving me the communication I needed you to give me, right? Type thing. You just weren't saying what I needed you to say. You just weren't having the conversation with me to work on these conflicts, right? Because that could be a thing. Sometimes you actually do be in conflict with your person. But if you're not actually taking time out of your busy schedule, busy day, prioritizing the conflicts and the issues and the hangups in the relationship in order to really meet your person in the middle to make this work, to be a team, to move it forward, it ain't gonna go no motherfucking where. And ain't nobody called you broke. You just didn't show up in the connection the way person watching needed you to in order to really allow this connection to be of fortune to you. Great fortune is here. So that's to say that again, greatness can happen. Things, good things are coming together. And that's not even just about money. Great fortune is all the things. You got love, you got money, you got support, you got care. The relationship is a very fortunate relationship. Great fortune, great things are happening in this relationship. But there was a blockage what feels like in communication. There's a blockage here in what needed to be said or in just coming to you to say what they need to say. Ciao. Because the way we got sudden wealth and wealthy man, this is very much giving whoever is stressed out and confused about how to prove to you they've grown. This feels also more like trying to prove to you that they've made some money. It's like, okay, what's next? You got your coin up, you got your bag up. Okay. What that's supposed to mean? Like, what's next? You were supposed to have that together. That's you don't get no cookies and no brownie points for that. You don't get no cookies and no motherfucking brownie points for that. You supposed to have your life together. You supposed to have your money up, not your motherfucking funny up. You supposed to be in the field trying to grow your motherfucking bag. That don't impress me. You still didn't come back and give me the communication you needed to give me. We were still fighting. And regardless of how much money you have, we still gonna be fighting. If you still don't work, like I feel like that's also what, as I'm looking at these cards, another thing I'm kind of noticing. It's like it almost feels like the energy over here with these cards is not on the same page with the energy of these cards. It's like this person feels like almost as if they come back with money, maybe that will change your mind. I guess like, child, let's move into the tarot. Because this energy is very funny. Like this feels like instead of coming back to have the conversation they need to have, to soothe over the conflicts that were there, to put the rest, the animosity and the back and forth and the bickering that was there, to close the distance between like that's so like for this person, this energy over here that y'all are inquiring about, for them to be having confused and stressed out is like how, when in order to close the distance, it seems like really all they have to do was come back and really address the shit that they had never addressed. But it's almost as if there was conflicts. They never really came to you to talk about or to give a message on what needed to be addressed. You've separated yourself in order to go find what you needed, and now it's like, well, if I come back and I show person watching that I'm rich and famous and I'm wealthy and da 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 da, then they'll be back on my job. And it's like you're completely missing the point. If you want to close the distance, you got to come back and do it right. Coming back to show me you got some money and you have invested in some stocks and some shit is not gonna be the gag you think it is. Like, okay, give me some tarot on this matter. Give me some tarot cards. Yeah, Queen of Cups. I'm assuming this is your energy. Intuitively, I would say, regardless of if you're a man or a woman watching, I would say person watching, this is your energy. Queen of Cups. So you do have a cup of love. Yeah, but what did I say? 8 of Cups. So you do have a cup of love down at the bottom of the deck. Person watching, you had a cup of love for this person. 8 of Cups. You walked away though. 8 of Cups with the Queen of Cups is a 9 of Cups energy. You walked away to find your happiness, to find your great fortune. You're not gonna sit here and be bickering with a motherfucker. Okay, so guess what? Since we keep fighting, you act like you don't want to acknowledge it. You act like you don't want to meet me in the middle. You act like whatever, however, whatever, fill in the blank here. Okay, I do you one better. I'm going to lead and I'm going to go find my happiness. I'm going to go see where I can get that from. I don't want to have to, I don't gotta try to get blood out of a rock for nothing. I know where I can go get blood from. I don't have to try to squeeze and bang up against a rock to get it. I ain't doing nothing but hurting my own hands any motherfucking way. Let me go find and see where I know where I can go get what I need from. Let me just go get it. So this is definitely somebody you've walked away from. Water sign energy is here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But you've walked away to find your own fulfillment. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck again. Libra, energy, justice. You've walked away to go find your own sense of happiness. It's almost as if, again, the karma and the scales are rebalancing. We were just talking about that over on Twitter the other day, especially in divine, feminine, twin flame kind of situations. The karma is shifting, the scales are balancing, and the masculine energies are very, 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 very pained behind a lot of the shit that they thought they should have done and didn't do. The ways that they thought they was moving, that wasn't the way that they should have been moving. Temperance card, reverse Sagittarius energy. Yeah, you got impatient because you walked away because you got impatient. That's what this is giving. You got sick and you got tired of having to deal with the same shit. Knight of Cups is here. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, because somebody wasn't really trying to be a team with you. So yeah, that basically just re-summed up everything I just said. Person watching, you walked away. Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups energy. I could do bad all by myself. I could do that all by myself. I don't got to be in a relationship where I'm fighting and hooping and bickering and shit. I could just break up. I'm gonna be unhappy regardless. I'm unhappy in a relationship fighting with the motherfucker. I'm unhappy that I gotta walk away from the motherfucker. I might as well just walk away from the motherfucker and go find somebody else who can give me what I'm asking for. You ran out of patience. You were trying to have patience with it. You was trying to be understanding. You was trying to be this, trying to be that, and you walked away. Knight of Cups is here. Again, you got a cup of love. Person watching, I feel like this is you. Queen of Cups energy, you have a cup of love to give. I'm not about to be sitting here trying to fight with nobody about trying to love on them and about how I want to be loved. I could just go find somebody who is willing to be a team with me and to build with me, and we could just make progress together as a team together on how to build this. And in return, somebody's spooked, nervous, and scrambling. They don't know what to do. They understand that you're moving on. You either dealing with other people and you having options, or there's a specific somebody that you have on your mind. And that shit is really stressing them the fuck out because they're feeling like, how do I show person watching that I've grown, that I've changed, that I could really be this person, da 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 da. But again, it's like they priorities is fucked up. For whoever this is, they want to show you through money, through wealth, through trying to come back and act like, oh, look at how much status I require. And again, it's like, I never called you broke. I just said that you didn't communicate with me and that you probably weren't giving me emotionally what I needed to stay in this connection. Queen of Cups, this is an emotional queen. This isn't a queen of logic or queen of pentacles. You know what I'm saying? This is someone who is looking for emotional satisfaction, wants to be happy, has a lot of love to give, is a nurturer, and wants to give that and get that back in return. You ran out of patience. You ran out of patience. What I want to ask is, since somebody wants to come back and show you they've grown and they've changed and they're willing to pluck their own flowers out of and weeds out of the motherfucking ground and out of the soil to prove it to you, let's see if they've really changed for real. Has this person really changed? That person watching is inquiring about this sudden wealth, this sudden man. Has this person really changed? That's coming in that wants to show person watching that they've grown, that they have unfinished business with. Has this person really changed? Has this person really grown? No. Hang the woman. Hell no. They still stuck. They not seeing it differently. And again, I feel like it's also because the hang woman is about uh again a difference in perspective, not only being in limbo and being stuck, feeling stuck, but it's also about a shift of perspective, having to see things differently. Hang upside down from your bed, promise you see everything else very, very differently. Right? But this is someone who's stuck. They're not seeing things differently, but then they're also still stuck in their ways. And I think that's very on brand. Again, it's stuck in the perspective of it's not, you know, say to them, they coming back trying to prove to you with money and shit. Oh, look at all this money, all this status. Look at the house I've acquired and the car I've acquired. Again, no one called you broke. But am I going to get that message that I need to get from you about that conflict? Are you going to actually come talk to me? And are you actually going to handle properly the conflicts that we have? Separation. This also made me feel like maybe this is somebody who distances themselves from you when you have conflict, right? Please keep your distance. That might not even be your energy at first, right? That maybe that was their energy at first. Every time we have conflict, they get to acting like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be over here, person watching." And when you get done feeling upset, call me, let me know. It's like, no, we need to conversate about this. We need to talk about this. There needs to be a message. You know what I'm saying? Messages sent to really work through it. This feels like this is someone who's still very stuck in their ways. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Told you, sudden wealth, wealthy man, Nine of Pentacles. All of this is very, very, very on brand. So again, this is someone who feels like they don't really have to work on themselves. They just need to get their motherfucking money up and get their bag up, and then you'll be back on them. Like this make me feel like as stressed and as confused as they are about you talking to someone else and there being unfinished business. This also makes me feel like this is someone who, even when they do come back, if they do come back, they'll still lose you anyway because they still not even doing it right. It's not clicking for them. What's not clicking, Steven? What's not clicking, Steven? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's still not hitting for him. He's still stuck at the money part. Somebody's still stuck at the money part. She's still stuck at the money part. They still stuck at the money part. Like it's still like, okay, well, let me just get financially stable and then I'll get it together. No, you have to get it together now. Don't wait till you get financially stable. That's not gonna help shit. Yeah, the moon card reversed. You're right. Things are kind of coming to the light. Things are getting exposed, but they're still trying to hide stuff. The moon card reverses to me is also about trying to hide certain things, trying to conceal certain things. So this could be somebody again who is coming in trying to hide the fact that how they really feel. Right? A six of wands at the bottom of the deck. You still trying to cover up and save face for how you really feeling. You gonna come back with the some money though. So be careful about that. Pisces energy is here twice with the hangman and the moon card. Sagittarius energy is here. Water sign energy, like I said, is here. So it's like person watching, be very careful. I feel like the message here is that somebody feel like they have unfinished business with you, but they haven't really grown. Like I said, this feels like you ain't even let the motherfucking plant grow good for real. You let that whole sprout for 2 weeks and pluck that bitch right on up out the ground. It was just like, see, person watching, I told you I've grown. But it's like, have you really though? Have you really though? Or did you just go get your money up and then came back and acted like I was just supposed to be back on your job. Like person watching supposed to just be back on your job. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what this is giving here. They still not interested. They still not being a team with you. They still coming back hiding shit. They still, trying to save face for how they really feel. They still not really coming in with the message that they need to come in with, right? Because this the message you need to come in with. This the message right here. You didn't come in with the message you needed to come in with. You came in speaking the messages. You heard how my shit just went off. So it's like, yeah, you're not coming in with the message you need to come in with, because that was my message. That's my text tone. So I would even say double clarity and confirmation on that. You're not coming in. They're not coming in with the message they need to come in with. They're gonna come in trying to impress you. So that's your message. I feel like here. Give me one more last card before we wrap this up. Queen of Wands and the Magician reverse. Yeah, Queen of Wands, the Magician reverse. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Don't let nobody come in trying to manipulate you. Don't let nobody come in trying to manipulate you. You might have somebody coming in trying to act like, oh, I've changed and I've grown, and they're gonna come in with this little trinket to try to show you, like, oh, see, told you I've grown. But person watching is gonna be on you to really, really, really use your discernment here and to really pay attention. Okay, don't jump back into anything just because you miss them and because you want them to be your sense of happiness. They're gonna have to really put a motherfucking weight, and I mean real bad, because nothing about this is given is worth going back to. Nothing about this is given worth going back to. It's given I'm coming back to person watching because I'm stressed out. I don't want them to go nowhere else, but they still not doing the real work. And that's the thing. You can not want person watching to go nowhere else. You can feel like there's unfinished business, feel like, oh, I'm stressed, or I don't want them talking to nobody else. And how do I prove to them I've grown? How about starting with the message that you need to be sending? They need to be starting with this message, right? Make sure, person watching, they come in with the motherfucking communication and the message that they need to come in with, because somebody gonna come in with some money and they gonna it's given. I want to impress you. I want to wine you. I want to dine you. I want to do this and I want to do that. But again, you gonna still leave. You left for a particular reason. Don't come back trying to fix it. Like I said, you don't gotta, after the breakup, going to the gym ain't the problem. You wasn't ugly. You not fat. That's not the problem. But the problem is, can you come in? Can you communicate? When we have conflicts, are you going to run? Are you going to avoid? Or are you going to actually communicate and talk to me the way we need to? Are we actually going to be a team? Are you actually going to meet me in the middle? Who the fuck? Why do we keep texting me? Who is this? But yeah, so anyway, that was really all of my message anyway. I guess I should go ahead and take that as a message to get the hell up out of here so I can finish doing what I got to do. But yeah, so it's kind of sort of given that. Be very, very careful, okay? Make sure you stand in your power. All right. Even if you do feel like maybe you are watching this and you feel like, oh, I do want them to come back and I do hope that there's unfinished business. That's fine too. I'm not saying that you can't deal with them. What I am saying though, if you're gonna deal with them and see them for who they are. Are they coming back to wine you, dine you, and impress you, and they not really still giving you what you really needed from them? Or are they ready and able to give you what you need from them? Maybe also with a little bit of a whining and dining, because the whining and dining is okay, but don't come in trying to spend no money, trying to trick, trying to ball out and act like you impressing me and da 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 da. But then when push come to shove and when the shit really count and when the water really, you know what I'm saying, when it really get hot in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying, if you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. When it start getting hot, you're gonna start feeling like, oh, let me get up out of this kitchen. No, we still need to communicate. When we have problems, we need to talk about this. We need to put it out on the table. You cannot run every time we have conflict and then you want to come back and then buy me a purse and then act like everything fine. Uh-uh. But we're gonna actually have to learn how to talk about this. And until they're actually willing to do that, y'all gonna keep separating and you gonna keep leaving them because they still ain't gonna ever give you all the shoes and the bags in the world ain't gonna make up for the fact that they be running and ducking and dodging you every time that there's conflict, every time that y'all have something in the situation and in a relationship that needs to be worked through. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my channel. Again, my name is B, just in case if you forgot that from the beginning of this. Like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments down below in the comment section if this resonated. Again, I'm open for personal readings. I am open for personal readings, so you definitely can get with me and book with me. Everything you need to know about that to find me and to book a personal reading is down below in the description box. And yeah, again, sorry it's been so long. I have a lot going on in my personal life, so like I said, I'm gonna try to do these as consistently and as frequently as I can, as I'm allowed to do. But until then, and until next time, Y'all take care. Have a good weekend. Bye.